Bonio will kick it off from the 20. A free kick after a safety. The Giants lead the Cowboys 12-10. Now the official came over and said you have to have somebody hold it. They can't use a tee. That's the key thing here. The Cowboys can't use a tee.
And they usually have the punter punt a free kick, which they're going to do now.
Now when they found out they couldn't use the tee.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they put their kicker in anyway. I mean, I haven't seen a kicker kick a free kick in a long time. It's usually the punter.
Usually, and it is now.
Yeah, it's the punter and your kickoff coverage team. And the restraining line is the 20-yard line.
And it's Jet. And it's not a very good kick. It's handled by Marshall. And Arthur Marshall is down at the 45-yard line. Let's go back and look at the safety again. Rodney Peete is hit by Armstead.
Yeah, and Armstead comes on a stunt. Now, this is very close to a touchdown. Because if the Giants recover the ball before it hits this back line or end line, it's a touchdown. If they don't, it's a safety. Now, it looked like Keith Hamilton right there had the ball, had possession of it before it got to or hit the end line.
He was sliding. It happened so quickly. I don't know.
Now, I mean, we're talking about, real inches down there and real timing.
Rodney Hampton stopped for about a yard loss by Tolbert and Jones. The officials are telling us now that Hamilton did not have possession before the ball went out of the end zone. That makes it safety.
Yeah, before the ball or his own body hit that line. But that was awfully close. But the Giants came up. Their defense again, the second week in a row, came up in that same position about the same time in the game when they needed a big play.
Well, this is their kind of game, really. Their average margin of victory in the 8 wins has been 4 points, 3 points. Here's Brown. Flag on the play. It's Sherrard. Just a matter of who pushed whom. Kevin Smith, the defender.
Usually you don't find that much pushing on the offensive guys on an out. It's usually on the up when they do it.
Illegal use of hands to the face. Number 26. That penalty is declined. First down.
Kevin Smith, the cover man. The penalty was against him.
Yeah, and usually if a patterner is in or an out or a hook, down here is where you go. Here's Kevin Smith right here, and Sherrard is going to run an out. And usually when you get the penalty down there, it's against the defensive guy. You see that? It was just that left hand. He just jabbed that left hand up to the face. But I think that also threw him off his coverage.
I think it did. Knocked him backward. Here's Dave Brown back to throw it. And he's got some room now. Slides underneath Robert Jones. Right now for a McDonald's game break, let's return to James Brown in our Hollywood studio.
Take back one of the few bright spots all season long for Tampa Bay, the play of Craig Erickson here rolling right, throwing on the run, a strike to Charles Wilson. Tampa Bay missed a 2-point conversion, trailing by 16 to Green Bay. Back to New York, Pat Summerall and John Madden.
2nd and 1 here for the Giants. There's Brown sliding. Complaining that he was hit by Robert Jones. Rodney Hampton is the deep back now as they go for the first down. And nudges it far enough to get a first down. Chad Hennings stacked things up in the middle, but the Giants moved the sticks.
And this is Giant kind of football that we're talking about here, where you have the elements, you have the weather, you have the defense not only making big plays for you, but scoring for you. Now you have your special teams coming up and making a big play. That, all those ingredients go in to making wins.
1st and 10, Giants at the Cowboys 28. Somebody jumped. Brown handed the ball off.
I don't know. Chan Hennings lumbered.
Yep.
I don't know if that was jumped or not, but he just, I think if you start on a jump and keep on going, it's a lumber.
Especially if you're 6'6" and 290.
And used to be a pilot.
Encroachment. Number 95 of the defense.
That was more than an encroach.
It's still first down.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was a big old...
That was a lumber, like you said.
Yeah, big old lumber job. That was a... Here it is right here. This is an industrial strength encroach. When you just go like that, you just keep on going. How could a guy that big, though, as Chad used to fly airplanes?
Well, he said before he ate himself out of the cockpit. He just kept growing. Reverse to Callaway. Callaway down to the 20. Inside the 20 to about the 18.
Dan Reeves is pulling out his tricks now. You know, he always has them. In a Dan Reeves offensive game plan, you're always going to have reverses, maybe reverse passes, run passes, flea flickers. There in every game. And then we saw the other one today for the first time, the old quarterback shifting out of shotgun into quick kick and pooch and a punch.
2nd and 2.
Punch and a pooch, whatever the heck it is.
Whatever, it worked. Brown hits to Hampton again. He gets enough for another Giant first down at the Dallas 15. Robert Jones on the bottom of the pile with Dixon Edwards.
You know, you talk about that Pucho and how it did work.
Yeah.
They were on the 31-yard line. Dave Brown pooched the ball down to the 8-yard line. That was a play that gave the Cowboys that poor field position. Then their defense went in, made a couple of big plays along with the sack and the recovery fumble for the safety. So it all started with the pooch.
Somehow that doesn't have a very good ring to it. Started with pooch.
That'll be something stronger.
That was Hampton with the carry. Stopped by Robert Jones again. It's going to be the end of the third quarter very shortly. And that is the end of the third quarter with the score. The Giants 12, the Cowboys 10. And Fox NFL Saturday will continue after these messages from your local Fox station.
Nancy and I were separated by 1,000 miles.
But having majored in economics, I found a way to make it work. We both bought Saturns.
A long-distance relationship is high maintenance enough. We needed a low-maintenance car.
And it had to be economical. Eventually, we decided to do all our traveling together.
As Nancy's father said,
I'm not losing a daughter.
I'm gaining a Saturn. Hello?
Chuck, it's a go. When can you leave?
I can leave right away.
Today, you have less and less time to be in more and more places. It's why we offer more flights a day than any other airline. And though we carry over 500,000 business travelers a week, we remain committed to serving each and every one at a time.
Some of Crown's newest family members talking of their experience with a dealership that's different.
Got my best deal, best quality at Crown GMC.
My experience with Crown has been wonderful.
Foster Barfield, the salesperson, did a very good job explaining the car to me, and I've been extremely pleased with their service department. I've had some very good experiences with Crown.
Happy holidays from the Crown family to yours. West Wendover Avenue, Greensboro.
Happy holidays from all of us at Fox 4548.
Back at Giant Stadium, Pat Summerall with John Madden. As we begin the fourth quarter, there's Emmitt Smith, inactive today on the inactive list. So there would be no temptation for him to play, from him or the coaching staff.
You know, the Cowboys just did an interesting thing. I think it's because Dave Meggett's in there. They just put in Kenny Gant as a fifth defensive back, number 29. We see him right here, and he's in there instead of a linebacker because Dave Meggett's in there.
Meggett gets the carry. Meggett gets down inside the 10. Gant made the tackle on Meggett.
You know, that's where the chess match is. I mean, it's not that they want to play him nickel, but if Meggett's going to be in there for the running back, then they figure that they can put Gant in for a linebacker. And as long as Meggett stays in down here, I would think Kenny Gant will stay in down here, and he's going to be man-to-man on Meggett, whatever Meggett does.
Third down and 4. It's still in. So is Gant. Brown throws it out, intended for Meggett. That's a lateral. And it went out of bounds. That's a lateral. And that should be moved back to where it went out of bounds, and it is.
Like I say, you always have the danger on this swing pass. To be a forward pass, it would have to be in front of the line. It's behind the line, so you're right, it's a lateral. I think Meggett knew it was a lateral.
I'm sure he
because
did.
he took his right hand, and he just knocks the ball out of bounds. You see, because now the lateral, of course, can be recovered. An incomplete pass can't. Meggett knew that ball could be recovered. He also knew Woodson was right there.
Daniel Iso to try for the field goal from 30 yards away. Plenty of distance. And plenty of accuracy to go with it. And so the Giants now have a 5-point lead, 15-10.
You know, together, up and down the line, it just keeps getting better. Time after time, you're a part of me. That's the heart of me. Dr. Pepper, you're a part of me.
Some people call it alternative. Others call it new rock. We just call it dinner music. Go to Taco Bell for an exclusive collection of 10 of today's hottest bands like General Public, Cracker, Sarah McLachlan, The Spin Doctors, and Living Color. CDs just $4.99. Tapes $3.99. Part of the net proceeds go to Do Something, helping young people improve their communities. It's only at Taco Bell, so don't let it pass you by, because there is no alternative.
They're back in another action-packed adventure. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Tuesday at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
That is a nice-looking tree. And some big tree ornaments. There are some big human beings.
Some big tree ornaments.
Yeah. Daniel Iso will kick it off. It's 15-10. The Giants over the Cowboys. Pat Summerall with John Madden at Giant Stadium. Kevin Williams back deep. Daniel Iso will kick it off. Kenneth Gantz back with Williams.
Do kickers like to have a guy hold it for him? I noticed that Daloiso is at it. I think he's been trying to do it without a holder. He got the tee on backwards, doesn't he? I mean, doesn't the tee usually go the other way?
That's a sign of a kicker, I guess.
No, you don't do it. I mean, usually those two things go the other way, don't they?
Yes, yes.
This must be some kind of trick. He got a holder and the tee on backwards.
I don't know. Whatever it is.
It works.
It's a long kick.
What was that?
I don't know. Only a kicker could think of something like that. 15-10 Giants.
Working to be the best. Teammates, sponsored by the U.S. Army. The #1 ranked Dallas defense is a key reason the Cowboys are one of the 2 top teams in professional football. Dallas's Big D helps make the Cowboys the best they can be.
If your parents can't afford $30,000 for college, ask your uncle. The Montgomery GI Bill plus the Army College Fund. $30,000 for college. Call your recruiter to find out how to qualify. Looking for a smart way to earn up to $30,000 for college? Call 1-800-USA-ARMY and ask how to qualify for the Montgomery GI Bill plus the Army College Fund. $30,000 for college.
Season's greetings. And why would you put the ball on the tee backwards?
I don't know. You know, if you look at the tee here, Pat, you see here's the tee. Here's the thing right there that even shows an arrow that shows that you're supposed to put the ball going that way. So you got the tee and you got the two prongs that are supposed to go in the back, and you got an arrow showing you which way to kick, and then you do just the opposite of that.
Oh, I thought the arrow was for wind direction.
The arrow was telling you which way to kick the ball.
Well, whatever. He's got 4 kickoffs and 3 touchbacks. Blair Thomas straight ahead. Right now for a McDonald's game break. Let's return to James Brown in our Hollywood studio.
All right, Pat, Falcons not making it easy on Arizona after a 41-yard pass to Darrell Spencer. It set up this 22-yard boot by Norm Johnson. Falcons lead it by 7 late in the third. Back to Pat and John.
Second down and about 6 for Dallas. Rodney Peete, the quarterback. Aikman started. Peete rolls right. Has some time. Fires to Novacek. Novacek out of bounds at about the 42-yard line for Dallas, and a Cowboy first down and a flag on the play.
I think they were trying to roll out and throw a deep one to Alvin Harper, but Sleepy Sparks had good coverage.
Against the Cowboys, excuse me, John.
Ineligible receiver, downfield, number 60, 5 yards.
Derek Kennard is downfield.
How can a 350-pound guard think that he's going to go downfield anyway in a pass? Maybe that was just part of him that got downfield.
Maybe so.
Derek Kennard, I think, is weighing over 350 pounds now. I mean, here he is. Here's Derek Kennard. Now, there's no way that he would intentionally go downfield. You see, he missed a block, and then he just got spun around. Now he's flopping there in space and wandering around, and they call that illegal receiver downfield?
They're looking for something.
That's just a guy that shot air.
Peete throws it out to Blair Thomas, and Thomas gets up to about the 24, stopped by Stacy Dillard.
I mean, that's probably the worst penalty for missing a block. I mean, Derek Kennard goes to hit a guy and he completely misses him. And now he weighs 350 pounds, so that stuff just keeps going.
Yeah.
When you miss a guy, the follow through just keeps you going, so he gets a little downfield. And how can you look at him from the front or the back and call him an ineligible receiver?
Well, you're not going to lose sight of him, that's for sure.
Yeah.
3rd and 6. Here's Rodney Peete back again to throw. Gets it outside Novacek. Novacek shakes away from one tackler and gets outside the 35 and makes a first down. Sparks and Booty made the stop on Novacek. He was hurting around the middle of the season with a pulled stomach muscle.
Yeah, and I think he'll probably be hurting with that all season. You know, you just
those things
that
take
won't
a long
get better
time.
until the off season. But you know, when you catch a ball in the middle the way Jay Novacek did, how much action there is, guys stripping and flopping and throwing and swinging the ball.
Pitches back to Thomas. The Giants saw it coming. Michael Brooks and Stacy Dillard smelled it out.
Brooks plays this thing well. He doesn't make the tackle, but he gets upfield and then forms a wall here and makes it cut back to the inside. Watch 94, Michael Brooks. He comes outside. Now he gets upfield right there and forces stuff back inside. You see, he doesn't let him get outside. Yeah. Thomas has to stop to cut back, and then boom, a whole bunch of blue jerseys jump on him.
Brooks saw it coming. 2nd down, 13. Blitz coming. Peete gets rid of it. Over the head of Harper, and a flag on the play. Eric Howard holding his hands.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Number 74. A shot to the head.
What did I
15
do?
yards. First down.
A shot to the head, the officials say.
Yeah, again, he's just trying to block the ball, and then he goes up, and maybe it was that right at the end there. I mean, where he gave him a little shot right there with the right hand at the end. Here he should be okay. That may be even okay, but it was when he took that right and gave that little flick at his head. Here I think that's okay. right there, he gave him a little flick with that right hand.
Yeah, but that's trying not to hit him. He could have really unloaded on him.
Yeah, and earlier in the game, Eric Howard could have really unloaded on Troy Aikman.
And he just pushed him backward. That and the Derek Kennard being downfield, you're looking to call something. Handoff is to Darrell Johnston. And the Moose gets about 5. They almost messed up the handoff between him and Pete.
You got that action in there with, Nate Newton going against Eric Howard and Kennard, Stopnoski, and then they figure, what the heck, let's get Darrell Johnston into the mix of that thing and give the old Moose a trap up in there.
Another big one.
Calm some stuff down in that middle.
2nd and 5. That's Blair Thomas. No gain. Stopped by Eric Howard. And right now, let's return you to James Brown in our Hollywood studio.
And as you well know, the Giants need Green Bay to lose in order to make it in. Not happening right now. Chris Jackie booting home a 19-yarder. The Packers have expanded their lead 34-12 over Tampa Bay late in the 3rd. Back to New York, Pat Summerall and John Madden.
And back here at Giants Stadium, it's 3rd and 6 Dallas with the Giants leading the Cowboys by 5, 15-10. Novacek was the man in motion. No flags so far. Novacek sees it go through his hand. Incomplete. Jesse Armstead off with the helmet in a hurry.
I don't know why he has to take his helmet off in a hurry, but he's sure been playing pretty well for the Giants lately. Jesse Armstead, not only on the 3rd down and the coverage, but the kickoff and making plays and doing everything. I mean, I like the way he played. I don't like this fact you have to take your helmet off. I mean, it's not that big a deal, really.
Well, you don't have to.
No. I mean, just keep your helmet on, keep it strapped up, be a football player, but he is playing pretty well.
Kick sails off the side of Jet's foot, but takes a Cowboy bounce where it's down by Dixon Edwards. Darren Smith, beg your pardon. 15-10 Giants.
My dad once said 90% of sports is from the neck up. Experience tells me he was right. They say only the strong survive. Experience tells me it's true. Now I know I'm just a rookie, but I see what it takes to succeed. Hard work, strength, experience.
I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on me. I'll be home for Christmas.
My dandruff and itch are awful. I'll try anything. Denorex tingles. Head and Shoulders doesn't.
Both have effective dandruff medicine, but Denorex has something extra that tingles, feels fresh.
That's why I started using Denorex. No flakes, no itch.
Denorex, the serious dandruff shampoo.
Fox NFL Saturday is brought to you by Nike, who encourages you to participate in the lives of America's youth. By the new adjustable Maverick beard and mustache trimmers from Norelco. And by Levi, 100% cotton wrinkle-free Dockers. Pants so soft they shrug off wrinkles.
Back at Giants Stadium, Pat Summerall with John Madden, and we hope you have a very, very Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I was thinking about that kicking tee and D'Aloiso kicking it back. I wonder if, like, Santa Claus brings kicking tees to kids. I wonder if they'll be confused. They don't know. Like, do you follow the arrow or go against the arrow?
I don't know. Santa's here. We can ask him. Got some work to do. He better start leaving.
He better get the heck out of here, yeah. Get on that sleigh and get going.
Get some barbecue in the parking lot and take off. Here's Brown to Hampton. Hampton picks up about 3. Stop by the middle of the Dallas defense, Robert Jones and Darren Smith. Now, that's a cold person.
Cowboys don't like this kind of weather. You know, they came out here yesterday. Remember, we were here and they were going to have a walkthrough, and the whole team walked out on the field, and it was too cold, and Barry Switzer said, okay, take it to the bus, and they all just walked off. They didn't do anything.
They were not dressed for it.
They didn't like that cold weather.
Here's Brown. Looks left. Throws right. Gets it to Howard Cross, who gets the first down. Struggling in the arms of Dixon Edwards. Brown knocked down by Tony Tolbert.
Yeah, Tony Tolbert has him. You watch Brown. He's looking to the left. There's nothing there. He comes back to the right. There's nothing there. Tolbert has him there, and he's just grabbing. Brown is a big, strong guy.
Oh, yeah.
When he had Tolbert there, Jeffcoat flying at him, and he still got rid of that one.
He said he became a recluse when they were in the middle of that 7-game losing streak, and now he can go to the Garden. He can do a lot of things. That's Rashid.
Yeah, he stopped going to Nick games, and 7-game losing streak is tough.
Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, closest to you.
Yep, Emmitt Smith didn't even dress. Michael Irvin did dress and played some while Troy Aikman was in there. Like Michael Irvin says, if Troy Aikman goes, I go. And
he says, if Troy's going to throw, I'm going to go.
Troy threw a little and Michael went a little.
Hampton didn't get the first, didn't get much at all. Leon Lett and Robert Jones.
You know, Dave Brown was born a natural left-hander, and he said, you know, because he has trouble throwing a spiral. I mean, he's not a picture-perfect passer, and he says he thinks that's a problem, that he should have been a left-hander, and his dad made him a right-hander. He eats left-handed.
Right.
He writes left-handed.
Plays golf right-handed.
Yep. Brushes his teeth left-handed.
Well, he does either way with brushing teeth.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
But he throws the ball. He said he should have been a left-hander. He thinks he'd be a smoother left-hander.
Flag on the play. The Cowboys jumped offside. Showed blitz. Pass intended for Arthur Marshall. I think it was Gant who was in the neutral zone too quickly. Encroached.
Offsides.
Offside. Play no offside.
5 yards. First down.
There's going to be right here, just being offsides. You see, I think he lined up offsides. Maybe they called it, or he encroached. And then it could have been two. I mean, he could have been offsides, lined up.
And encroached.
And then encroached after he lined up offside.
All that on Christmas Eve.
You got to look at the ball when you're that far out.
Hampton runs into the quarterback, but still gets a couple of yards. Darren Smith made the stop on Rodney Hampton.
Whose gear do you think that is? I'll guarantee you it has to be the kickers, because here's the tee, isn't it? Isn't that the tee?
It didn't look like that before. Yeah.
There's the arrow.
Yeah.
See, the arrow says kick it this way. He kicked it the other way. He has his hat back there.
And no scratch marks on it.
And yeah. I mean, it hasn't hit anyone. And then an extra pair of pants or something. And it's all behind the bench. It's not on the bench.
Where is he?
Well, I don't know. You just put your gear behind the bench.
Sherrard in motion. Back to throw is Brown. Good time. Somehow caught by Sherrard.
Kind of a waste of time, though. I think it was one of those passes that was caught for none.
Again, Robert Jones made the stop.
You say, how deep was that pass? None.
I don't know any patterns in the book.
Yeah, it's
designed for none.
Well, they did it last week. They did the same thing. Sherrard runs that shallow cross, and he runs it so shallow, I don't think they made a yard.
They might have lost with ground.
That was a heck of a catch for none, though. I mean, to throw up a 0 on a catch like that.
3rd and 8. Brown has time. Make it. He'll get the first down for you. And does at the Cowboy 45. Bill Bates tripped him up.
That's what Dave Maggott's in there for. And when you get in this situation, he's in the backfield. Sometimes they'll usually blitz to make him stay in there. And they're going to blitz or start the blitz. He starts on a double, then he comes off. And he comes off. And then when he gets that ball in the open field, he's a tough guy to tackle.
He's so quick.
Although, watch this play right here at the end. Woo.
He disappeared.
I mean, they're going after him.
Hampton is the deep back, and Hampton gets the carry. And Hampton gets to the Cowboy 40. Larry Brown and Robert Jones again made the stop.
These are the old Giants. Remember when Bill Parcells was here? You know, get that lead, play the wind, play defense, do all those things, and then just grind it out with your running game. Have Meggett come in if you need a third down, dump it off to him, let him get a first down for you.
In December. Green Bay leading Tampa Bay 34-12. They must lose, Green Bay, for the Giants to get into the playoffs. And they must beat Dallas. Brown to Hampton. And Robbie Hampton gets the first down. Stopped by Dixon Edwards.
Hey, the Giants are taking it to this Cowboy defense now. You know, and the fans know this Giants football, Pat. They're starting to give them a standing ovation. They know that they went through a tough part. They went through 7 losses, and boy, that was tough. That was tough on this group. That was tough on these players and coaches. They toughed through it, and then they've made a heck of a comeback, whether they get into playoffs or not.
They won their first 3. They lost 7. And now this will make 6 in a row. They've won if they win today. Hampton hammers to the 25. Stopped by Larry Brown. This game is presented by authority of the National Football League. Is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the New York Giants and the National Football League is prohibited.
Barry Switzer was calling for a timeout. In fact, he just got a timeout there, trying to get one before the 2-minute warning.
15-10 Giants.
Cotton wrinkle-free Dockers. Pants so soft, they shrug off wrinkles.
If your parents can't afford $30,000 for college, ask your uncle. The Montgomery GI Bill plus the Army College Fund. $30,000 for college. Call your recruiter to find out how to qualify. Looking for a smart way to earn up to $30,000 for college? Call 1-800-USA-ARMY and ask how to qualify for the Montgomery GI Bill plus the Army College Fund. $30,000 for college.
If you're missing baseball, and who isn't these days, hurry into McDonald's now for the hottest video value in town. Get Field of Dreams for just $5.99 when you buy any extra value meal or large sandwich, only at McDonald's today.
If you got a beard, we've got your number. Introducing the adjustable Maverick beard and mustache trimmer with 6 different settings. Man, does this do a number on beards. Maverick from Norelco.
It's the award-winning cable comedy no network would dare show. Until now.
Tell me what you want. 911.
Dream On. Coming January 8th to Fox's Sunday night.
The Giants 15, Dallas 10, and the Giants marching mostly on the ground. They're at the Dallas 26. At the end of the game, John and I will select the Miller Lite player of the game. Difficult choice today. Dave Brown and Rodney Hampton will more than likely handle the ball. Along with Brian Williams, the center. Hampton takes it outside near a first down. Stopped by Dixon Edwards and Robert Jones.
Yeah, the Giants have done a good job of what Dan Reeves was talking about yesterday, is keeping those two Cowboys safeties, Washington and Woodson, out of the run game by using that slot formation. And you haven't heard Washington making a lot of tackles, and you haven't heard Darren Woodson making a lot of tackles.
Nope.
So they've made their running game. They've played it basically against the defensive line and linebackers of the Cowboys.
First down, Giants. 2 minutes and 28 seconds left to play. 15-10. The Giants lead the Cowboys.
Johnson drops it. Come on, my dog can catch better than that. Right, Buster? Guys, we're going in. Hit it.
Third and 8. Hey, is that a dog? That's right, Bob, a dog, and they're going to run the old pooch to the post. And now the guy with no helmet drops back to pass. Oh, great catch! Just like Miller Lite, Bob, you expect great things from the great taste that's never watered down. Touchdown, doggy! I have officially seen everything. Miller Lite, can your beer do this? It's on!
Hurry into McDonald's Holiday Film Fest today and take home 2 great videos. The baseball classic, Field of Dreams. If you build it, he will come. And get the time travel adventure, Back to the Future. This is it. Each video is just $5.99 when you buy any extra value meal or large sandwich. So dash into McDonald's Holiday Film Fest now and get these family favorites for the favorites in your family.
McDonald's today.
We asked some of the hottest guys in town to trade their deodorant for Degree deodorant. Let's give it a shot. As your body heat rises, only Degree releases extra protection against odor. I'm going to stick to Degree. Stuff works. Degree deodorant for a higher degree of protection.
Has Al found Capone's treasure?
Why would Al Capone hide his treasure in the wall of a woman's shoe store?
Maybe he was dating J. Edgar Hoover.
Married with Children, Sunday at 9, 8 Central.
Santa's still here. You better leave and get to work, Mr. Claus. Santa in dark glasses over here. The guy next to him, it's like he's waiting for some parts. Another Santa.
That Santa's always raising his hands like it's good.
It is good. Get up. Help me down the chimney.
I think that Santa's trying to figure out again, if you give a T, you kick it the way of the arrow or against the arrow. They still haven't figured that out.
That's this week's debate. First down, Giants. Brown gives to Hampton. Hampton slashes down to about the 17.
Yeah, I was talking about how this is old Giant football. You know, the Giants this half have had the ball over 21 minutes. That's a frustrating thing for Barry Switzer and the Cowboys is you want to do things and you want to get the ball back, and that's why he's been taking all his timeouts to get the ball back, because the Giants have really had it this whole second half.
Keep grinding it out. 2nd and 5. That's their kind of game.
And I think when you grind it out, you have to go and credit that offensive line of Williams and Roberts. Lance Smith, I think, has done a good job this year. 2 tackles. Elliott and Riesenberg both been beat up, gutting it up today. And I think they've gotten control, this offensive line of the Giants, even though they're beat up. I mean, here's Lance Smith, number 61. 2 bad ankles, 2 bad knees. But they did everything they had to. They emptied their buckets today.
This drive, 12 plays, 68 yards, 6 minutes and 58 seconds in this drive.
And that's the thing that gives your offense confidence, makes these big offensive linemen feel good. And on the other side of the line, really frustrates that team that has to stand on the sideline and wait to get the ball back.
2nd and 5. Inside the 15. Stopped by Tolbert, but close to a first down. Today's game is being produced by Bob Stinner and directed by Sandy Grossman. Studio is produced by Scott Ackerson, directed by Bob Levy. The executive producers of Fox Sports are Ed Gorin and David Hill. And we get the 2-minute warning. The Giants on the move, and they lead the Cowboys 15-10.
Now the top 5. This week I'm skipping straight to the second best player ever, Joe Namath, for Super Bowl III and this.
Joe Namath in Beauty Miss Pantyhose?
Yes, we did it to prove that Beauty Mist can make any legs look like $1 million.
Beautiful legs, Joe, but nothing compared to these beautiful legs. Al Del Greco. Beauty Kick by Del Greco. This is the hat. See you next week.
'Twas the weeks before Christmas and all through the land. The referees worried, the playoffs at hand. The hitting, the running, the blocking, the blitzing. The safe little booth the TV guy sits in. My blimp's in the air. It flies through the night. A Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good night.
Hey, Remington, shave this.
Remington's created the Triple Foil, the only shaver with 3 narrow microscreens for hard-to-shave places on hard-to-shave faces. The Remington Triple Foil.
If you can grow it, we can shave it.
If you're missing baseball, and who isn't these days, hurry into McDonald's now for the hottest video value in town. Get Field of Dreams for just $5.99 when you buy any extra value meal or large sandwich, only at McDonald's today.
Giant ball, 3rd and 1. And about the Cowboy 14-yard line. The Giants leading 15-10. The weather forecast overnight was vicious, but it turned out not to be that bad.
You know, that was when Barry Switzer, they got on the airplane and they said it was going to be like 60-mile-an-hour winds and rain, and that's when he decided that he wasn't going to play Troy Aikman today. And, of course, it wasn't that bad, so he played him a little.
Rodney Hampton, 1st down, Giants. The Cowboys don't have any timeouts left, and we have less than 2 minutes.
And that's why the Giants are starting to celebrate. They're in the huddle. They know that they don't have to do anything now. There's no way that the Cowboys can get the ball back.
No way they can stop the clock.
They may not be in the playoffs, but they did their part. These fans did their part. The coaches did their part. The players did their part, and that's all you can do.
To lose 7 in a row and wind up 9-7. That's pretty doggone good.
And the Cowboys, they have to think. I know they're feeling that they got 2 more games to get to the Super Bowl, but they don't look like a Super Bowl team right now.
They just have to get things healthy and get that machine, the pieces back, and then get some oil on it, as Barry Switzer said.
And you know, and you have to have some doubts. I mean, that they were playing very well until the 49er game, and then after they played the 49ers, they haven't played well since. And I think this Giant team, even though their season will probably end here today, will feel good about themselves all off season.
It'll be a mixed emotion Christmas for them. Closing out with 6 consecutive wins. And a positive frame of mind, but not in the playoffs. It doesn't appear. Reeves and Switzer. Merry Christmas. Troy Aikman said he wanted to play the first half, and he started, got banged around a little, and they took him out. And the centers talk. And the guards talk. And the reporters look for interviews.
Red Dog here. Look at them. Making fools of themselves. And for what? A pat on the head and a dog biscuit?
What do you think of that?
You got a mind of your own.
Oh.
Know what I'm saying? Do what's right for you. Hey, buddy, nothing personal.
Red Dog beer. Bold yet smooth. Easy to drink.
But I don't jump through hoops for nobody.
My dad once said, 90% of sports is from the neck up. Experience tells me he was right. They say only the strong survive. Experience tells me it's true. Now, I know I'm just a rookie, but I see what it takes to succeed. Hard work, strength, experience.
15-10, the Giants over the Cowboys. Number 88, Mike Sherrard, the Miller Lite player of the game. He's got a good number. Final score here at Giants Stadium. The Giants 15, the Cowboys 10. Coming up, it's the NASDAQ stock market postgame report. JB and Terry will get you up to date on all of today's NFL action with scores and highlights from around the NFL. That's all next on the NASDAQ stock market postgame report.
Featuring the best all-star lineup of new Toyotas ever and great savings like the 4x2 DX Extra Cab. Save over $1,700 on features you want.
And the All-Pro Toyota 4x4 has factory-to-dealer incentives.
Want a 4Runner? Get big savings with an extra value package. But to make the catch of the year, come into your Toyota dealer now. New year, new trucks, great Toyota-thon deals.
They created their microprocessor in 1971. And the faster their chips have performed, the faster their company has grown. Today, the Intel design is the brains behind 2/3 of the world's PCs. By the 21st century, Intel expects their chip to execute 2 billion instructions in 1 second. Where do you find such fast-thinking companies? Actually, there's a list of them printed every day. NASDAQ, the stock market for the next 100 years.
Prices are low at Subway, but I'd rather focus on sandwiches. People call them hoagies or heroes or submarines because they're shaped like submarines, but we call them Subway sandwiches. Our 6-inch meatball sub features meatballs and sauce on bread I just baked, all for a low economical price. I won't say how low, but you'll probably find enough in the cushions of your couch.
For nearly 30 years, Subway has made some of the best sandwiches anywhere, like the 6-inch meatball sub, only $1.69 at Subway, the place where fresh is the taste.
Once a year and only once a year, the Men's Warehouse has a sale. Save an extra 20 to 40% on a great selection of suits and sport coats. It takes a Men's Warehouse sale to beat a Men's Warehouse price. I guarantee it.
Now you can get a new Dodge Ram pickup with Magnum power and a driver's airbag, and we'll drop in a Mopar bedliner at no extra charge. Or lease a Dakota Sport with air, a 4-cylinder engine, AM/FM stereo, and more for just $189 a month. And get a Mopar bedliner at no extra charge. This popular bedliner offer has been extended. So drop everything and get to America's Truck Stop, your Carolina Dodge dealer, before December 31st.
Once a year and only once a year, the Men's Warehouse has a sale. Save an extra 20 to 40% on a great selection of suits and sport coats. It takes a Men's Warehouse sale to beat a Men's Warehouse price. I guarantee it.